to all of you meeting us on the other side at Wealth Elevation Academy. Today, we have some wonderful special guests with us. We have Mr. Ron Tyler Jr. Is that right, Mr. Tyler?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Of Tyler Studios.
Yes, I'm glad to be.
And of rontyler.com. Excuse me?
Yes, I'm glad to be on the platform today.
Okay, great. So let's start off and just tell us a little bit about the studio, how you got started. Give me your elevator pitch.
Okay. Well, I actually moved to Atlanta, Georgia, August of 2010 to pursue entertainment full time. I started off in acting, and I've been on, different shows, such as House of Pain, The Game when it first came out, Being Mary Jane, a few other shows and independent movies as well. And I ended up starting to be stand-ins for like Michael Ealy, Alan Payne, Ludacris, who else? A few others. And so when I started to be a stand-in, and also a double for these guys, I started to learn the behind the cameras, the production of the set, the scenes and things like that. So I started to have peers start coming at me, wanting to help them write scripts and wanted to pitch, help write treatments and start independent TV shows and things like that. So it was a buddy of mine that wanted to start a reality dating show at the time. This was about 2014. And I ended up helping him out, and we both partnered together. And I basically did my first reality dating show, and actually got picked up by Mona Me Entertainment, which is Mona Scott Young. She's the creator of Love and Hip Hop. So we ended up getting picked up by her and her company, and unfortunately it got shelved, but we learned a lot with that experience. And from there, it led into a business. That's when I started my production company, because from there, my network grew just because of the rooms I was in. When you actually see some of those pictures, some of those pictures been back in the day. And I started getting people that wanted to do business with me, wanted me to produce for them. And that's how I ended up starting my production company. Now, speed up 3 years later, from there, I wanted to have my own place to do my own business. So that's where Tyler Studios came to be. And I wanted to name it Tyler Studios because Tyler is my last name. I want my last name to ring as well. And everyone knows Tyler Perry. I know him, everybody know him, I worked with him before. But I wanted to keep my name. So here I am, Tyler Studios. And what I do, I create short film. My niche is actually reality shows. I'm actually doing something with Dr. Lewis pretty soon. We got a big project coming up. And so anybody who wants to get into photography, wants to get into video production, acting, we create reels for actors. We do it all here. So we are a full-blown production studio.
So tell our audience, because some people don't know what a treatment is. So tell our audience, for people who may have scripts that they want to get reviewed, tell them what a treatment is, and then tell them a little bit about what a sizzle reel is, or a reel is as well, because they may not always know that. Okay,
I don't know why I'm sweating. This light got me sweating. But a treatment is basically, it's an outline of your production of your show. The synopsis of what it is, day to day, just a summary of a breakdown of your show, who's your characters, even the finance of it, the financial part of who's the financer. And basically, so when someone want to know about your show, you give them a treatment, and it has all the elements in the pack to basically describe what it's about and who's the characters, who's the producers, and you can go by scene. And basically, it's a clean, clear outline of your production. So it's very important when you're doing pitches. It's very important that even when you're about to shoot the show or shoot the project, it's very important that everyone get that treatment so they know exactly what's going on with that project and who's the players are. Now, when it comes to a sizzle reel, you can basically treatment for a sizzle reel. And a sizzle reel is basically a summary of, or like a trailer of your acting. So a lot of actors, in order for them to get agents, professional, credible agents, they have to have a reel. And a reel can consist of just different scenes of you acting and interacting with other actors and playing out a scene. It can be comedy, it can be a drama scene, it can be an action scene. So whatever you feel you're comfortable with and showing your strengths, that reel, you should have it in your reel so you can basically get an agent and actually become what they call it, a working actor. So yeah, it's very important. Headshots is very important. You only can do so much with headshots nowadays. When you actually pursue or try to get acting jobs, is the minimum is really not just a headshot, it's a reel. So we create reels, and most reels that we create for our actors, we'll get success stories, maybe 99%, 95%. They'll come back and say, hey, I got picked up by an agent. So, and these are actors up and coming actors that haven't even played or been seen in a major television show. What we do here, if someone is starting off fresh, we will actually write the scripts, the sizzle reel scripts for them, or each scene. Like it'd be like a 1 minute scene, 2 minute scene. We'll write the scripts for them for whatever they feel comfortable of acting out, and we'll create the scene. We'll create the production. We'll create the location, and also we'll help them cast if they don't have anyone to act with them. So we'll get some actors for them as well to create that scene. And when we do it, it looks just like it's been on TV. So that's what we can do here at Tyler Studios, and we doing good.
Right. Now, what about my audience? And then I'm going to go to everyone else for some questions. What about my entrepreneurs out there who want to market either themselves or their business? Do you do any marketing type of commercial type of things that they could perhaps reach out to you for?
Yes, we do commercials. We definitely do video production for infomercials, any production when it comes to marketing. I mean, because that's where it's at today. I mean, any entrepreneur, even myself, have small commercials on social media to describe, who I am and what we can do over here at Tyler Studios and Payas Productions or whatnot. So we definitely do that. We're very affordable. We work with, pretty much around a range of budgets. And so marketing is a consistent thing for entrepreneurs, actors as well. I mean, actors got to market themselves. So it's just part of business.
Okay. So, Mr. Smith, what do you think, or let's ask Mr. Tyler a question. What would you want from Mr. Tyler? From where you sit right there, ask Mr. Tyler what he can do for you.
Well, I would. He touched upon the social media marketing that as an entrepreneur, I need some brushing up on. I'm tired of the same old Facebook marketing and TikTok and so on. So something real fresh, something professional, something that would exude who I am is what I would like Mr. Tyler to do for me.
Great. Mm-hmm. Mr. Bond, do you have any questions for Mr. Tyler? You're muted.
Actually, I do. Mr. Tyler, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. It was interesting to say about acting. I had a chance to delve into that actually during the pandemic. Somebody reached out to me on my LinkedIn page and asked if I would jump in a casting call. I'm like, casting call? I'm not an actor. So they said, because we heard some of your short videos that you produced on LinkedIn that I was like the way that it was presented. So I had a chance to, and of course, pandemic-wise, they just shipped all the equipment to my house. We had to learn how to shoot myself, basically. So it was very interesting because there was a show out in California, a talk show called All Men Rock. And so the person actually we shot 2 seasons actually within a few months. It was very interesting, very interesting. So this person put it out there and had a little run on Roku out in California area only. And so question about the shelving, because this person presented it to a person of color, a billionaire, And the response this person got, this person was a pretty known producer as well. The response they got was that it was too positive. No one wants to hear or watch a show about positive black men. It was interesting. Actually, I was very surprised. Not knowing your business like you do. And so I'm thinking like, wow, it's interesting. But then they took it to CBS. And so CBS bought it and shelved it. I'm thinking like, why don't you shelve? So I guess if you could explain to me briefly, I guess, why would someone shelve something that they buy right away? And then it's just, what does that mean? I guess if you don't mind.
Okay, so when someone say I got shelved or our project got shelved, which you hear a lot. I mean, a lot of pilots get shelved. A lot of major actors that's been in Hollywood and play on major shows, so-called get shelved. And it's sometimes you just don't know behind the scenes of what's the reason. Now, from my experience, when we pitched our show and got picked up, actually got signed on the dotted line. I mean, I actually got an article coming out. Just a side story. I actually have an article coming out with Shout Out Atlanta in a couple of weeks, and it actually I kind of digged into that topic of how we got shelved and things like that. But it also created opportunities. So just to get back to your question, with my experience, Miss Scott, Mona Lee Scott, she was actually just getting ready to branch off her franchise when it comes to Love and Hip Hop. She was actually just doing Love and Hip Hop New York. Then a time where we was dealing with her, she was just now getting going with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And actually, if you see our pilot, it's called Mirror the Whip. If you see our pilot, our first episode, most of the cast at the end from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is in our show. So the time being of her really concentrating on our show at the time, it just wasn't there. The attention wasn't there. She was focused on things that was already on VH1, like the shows that she already was making money off of VH1. And I think she had a couple deals with Viacom and VH1 to help expand Love and Hip Hop. So that's where her focus was at. So at that point, we got shelved, means like we got put to the side. So, and it was about a year. And so we actually had to get out that contract, and it took almost about 6 months to get out that contract as well. But yeah, so if somebody getting shelved, it's a lot of variables along with that. It depends on their story, on their journey, and who they're dealing with. It can be for different reasons. It could be that they don't have the budget for it no more, or they're working on the budget, so it's being shelved at the moment. So my experience, I don't know if it was the budget or not. I just think that she would just focus on the other shows that she already had going and streaming and making money off the networks. And that's what all her focus is on. And now, as you can see, she has Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She got Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She got Love and Hip Hop Miami. And now she's working on Love and Hip Hop Houston, or Texas. So that franchise been doing well with her. I always wish the best luck for her. But that's the definition of being shelved.
Okay, that's so curious. I was just excited about it. It was 605 people went out for this casting call, and she chose 6 people, and I was just shocked to be chosen as 6. I've never acted before in my life, so it was kind of a cool thing to do that production. And also, a second question real quick we had for you was that you said that you do the reels and you do what is the fee? Is it a window for that fee, like this much to this much, depending on how much work you guys do? What is the average, I guess I should say?
So it is a range, because the more it's like it's just a production. So the more you put into it, the more you might, you want to be at a location. So a location by itself might run $1,000 to do a 4-hour shoot, or $500 to do a 4-hour shoot. So it all depends. So that's something that, we have to really customize with every actor, because every actor has, but we start off at least, back years ago, we started off at least $750 to do a basic reel. Then it went up to like $1,200, now to $1,000 and up now, just because things are going up and cameras is getting better and everything is getting better and upgrading. So the upgrade is it has to happen. But you have to keep up with what's going on with the current times and the current look. So if you want to look premium and look like who you can against, you have to invest in yourself. It's an investment. It's an investment like anything else. So this is a time where you'll find out if someone really wants to pursue acting or pursue dream when it comes to, actually investing in yourself. So a lot of actors, a lot of inspiring up and coming actors get disappointed, get frustrated because they don't have the money right then and there. But if you have a side job, if you have a job, you're working at a restaurant or anything, you might can be a lawyer, whatever you may be, just save it up. Just save it up for that. You can save up each month, each week. And then when it comes to having that budget to actually do a reel, hey, come on in, because we do a good job. I mean, we actually create script for you. That by itself is unheard of. Some people have to write their own stuff, but we'll come in, have a consultation with you, and we'll find out what's your weaknesses, what's your strengths. Are you good at comedy? Are you good at, telling jokes? Are you good at, drama, action, whatever it may be? We'll find that and we will make it look good on camera. So it's very necessary. It's very necessary.
Okay.